So I wanted to touch on the subject of self-love. A lot of people seem to have the misconception that self-love is just about what you eat, what you drink, exercising, talking nice to yourself, doing what makes you happy, meditating, these kinds of things, which is true. These are included in self-love. But this is about 5% of what self-love really looks like and what it really boils down to. Self-love is being able to recognise where you have been playing the victim in your life, where you have been letting other people or situations in your life be an excuse for why you are not where you want to be, why you are not doing what you want to do, why you are unhappy and unfulfilled in your life. And it is having a victim mentality. And it's saying, like, I can't do this because of this relationship I'm in. I can't do this because I'm tied to my job. Like, it's making excuses for why you are not fulfilled in your life. And it is taking accountability for your own life and for your own actions. At the end of the day, it is only ourselves that determines our emotions. It is only down to ourselves as to why we are happy. And if you are allowing a situation, a work situation, a friend, a relationship, if you are allowing something else to decide whether or not you are fulfilled and happy in your life, then you have let your power disappear and you have given your power away to this situation. So it's being able to step up and say, step up and take accountability and take responsibility for your life and stop with a victim mentality. Stop saying that your family is holding you back. Stop saying that you couldn't possibly achieve like what you want to do, that you can't go for this job for this reason, that you're waiting until such and such has happened until you move forward. These are all excuses, and it's human nature. It's easy for us to want to blame something or someone else for our unhappiness, but we must take accountability and responsibility for our own lives. Self-love is being able to recognise where your own behaviours and your own attitudes, it's being able to reflect on your own behaviours and your own attitudes, and where maybe you have been in the wrong in the situation, where you could have handled things better, where you were maybe the toxic one in a situation, and it's being able to reflect on that and work on that and improve that for the future. It is being able to leave toxic situations, leave toxic relationships, friendships, jobs, and being able to walk away from that. It may feel like a sacrifice at the time. It may feel like you are having to let something go, but if your intuition is constantly telling you that I am not happy here, I am not fulfilled, if you've ever thought about leaving your job, if you've ever thought about breaking up with somebody, if you've ever thought about not being friends with somebody, if you've ever thought about moving, if you've ever thought about, quitting whatever thing it is you do, then that's your intuition telling you to do that. And it is a massive disservice to yourself to not listen to your intuition and to stay in those situations. And it's like whenever we go through a breakup, and it may be really sad at the time and really difficult to process, but then you look back and you realise that was really an unhealthy relationship, and so it can feel difficult to let things go. But self-love is recognising where this is not fulfilling you, where this is not meeting your standards of how you expect to be treated, and being able to walk away from that, even if it feels difficult, even if it's hard. And like I said, listening to your intuition. Self-love is how you feel about yourself. A lot of people do affirmations without even realising it. A lot of people are there like, yeah, I'm confident, I'm beautiful, I'm independent, I'm all this. You can say all these things about yourself. You can look yourself in the mirror and do 110 affirmations in the morning. But if you don't feel this way about yourself, then it is totally pointless. Feelings are more important when it comes to things rather than the human mind. and rather than what we say. It's how you feel. So start feeling good about yourself and start putting these affirmations and these words to good use, and start feeling good about yourself. Forgive yourself for anything that you feel you did in the past, whether you feel you did something wrong, whether you cringe at yourself on a night out, whether you feel that you could have handled a situation better, where you feel you should have made a different choice in your life. Forgive yourself for that, because it's in the past, and the past does not exist anymore, and it's what you needed at that time to grow from and learn from and develop from. So see it as that, and stop seeing it as a missed opportunity, or stop seeing it as something that you regret from your past, and recognize what can you learn from that, what can you develop from that, and how can you grow from that. So forgive yourself and forgive other people, because it is exactly the same situation. And do not allow other people's actions or behaviours to influence your emotions. A lot of the times people can do something that has literally nothing to do with us. A lot of things that people do, well, majority of things people do are never personal. They are all just to do with themselves. And then we take that very personally. We say, well, why did this person do this? And we get very offended by things that somebody else has done when it was not even about us in the first place. So it's not letting other people control your emotions, because again, as soon as you're then getting offended about something that wasn't even about you, that's again giving your power away to the situation. And only we can choose how we get to feel. Oh, it should only be us that gets to decide how we truly feel. We always have the choice of if we want to be happy, if we want to be sad, and it really is our own choice and our own decisions. Self-love is stepping up for what you want to go for in life. It is stepping up and saying, like, this job's not fulfilling for me. I don't want to do this job for the rest of my life. And it's going forward with what you do want to do, however unachievable that may feel, because at least a step is still a step in the right direction. It's better than no step at all, you know. It's good to have desires and goals and dreams and aspirations, but what's better is actually taking action towards them. Look at your life right now. Is it your dream life? Is it how you want it to be? Is there certain things that you would change in your life? If so, what are they, and what can you do about it? What thing can you do today to change that, to move forward with that, you know? And create that life you want. And again, don't make excuses as to why you can't, and just step up and take action and move. And then don't give up on them either. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your aspirations. And step out of your comfort zone. A lot of the times we don't achieve what we want because we are too afraid to step into that out of that comfort zone. Because our comfort zone is our safety net. It is where we feel secure. And the human race does not like to feel uncomfortable. We don't like to put ourselves in awkward situations. We don't like to put ourselves in situations where things may not go our way. But that is the only way that you progress and you grow in life, is by stepping out of that comfort zone and doing the things that changing those daily habits and changing those daily routines. Because if you don't, your life is going to stay the same. It's pretty simple. So stepping into that comfort zone, stepping out of that comfort zone. Self-love is being authentic to who you are. I used to be really shy and insecure about talking about my spirituality, about talking about the things that I was into and that I believed in, because there are a lot of skeptics out there. There are a lot of people who don't believe in the things that I do, and I didn't really even want to talk to them. I didn't want to even open up a conversation about it, because I was too afraid of being judged by them. I was too afraid about their energy. And then as soon as I just like started stepping up and forgetting about, not worrying about what other people's judgments were, and as soon as I just started being really honest with myself and other people about who I was, what I was into, and I started openly talking to people about this a lot more, people, even the people who were skeptics, were really like open to talking to me, because they were like, because they respected me, and because they were like, they were fine with it. And I realised that I was so bothered and like shy about it for no reason at all, because it really didn't make much difference. And then I sort of realised, well, maybe I am helping them to sort of see another point of view. So be your authentic self. If you have a hobby that certain people think is weird, if certain people are not into that, own that, because there's plenty of people who are into the same thing, you know. Own your authentic self and be true to yourself, and don't be afraid of showing the world your authentic self, who you really are. That is a really key one for self-love. Self-love is treating yourself and others the way that you expect to be treated. So like I said about how you feel about yourself, how you treat other people is a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you are somebody who constantly judges other people, who criticises other people for the way they behave, for the way they look, that is because deep down you criticise your own self. And that is something that you need to reflect on and work on. And that is what self-love is as well. It's how you speak to other people, because it's a reflection of how you speak to yourself. So always treat other people kindly, always treat other people with respect, and that is what you'll get back. That is what you'll get back in life. You get a reflection of what you give out. So if you are constantly giving out love and positive words, that's all you'll get back to you. So yeah, it's taking time out to reflect on your life. Like I said, are you where you want to be? Can you possibly like change anything? Reflecting on your past behaviours, learning from that, growing from that, developing from that, and healing your old wounds. So when we get triggered by something, being able to recognise when you get triggered to start with. You know, I know when I'm getting triggered because I feel it inside me. You know, 1 minute I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden I'll start to feel like my anxiety's like kicking in. I'll feel it within me that something's not right because I've been triggered by something. And it's being able to recognise, well, why have I been triggered, and going down that path and going down it, recognise it, and healing that and working on that, and just, yeah, working on your triggers and your wounds and healing past issues. It's keeping calm through situations where, it's just keeping calm through situations. If other people are like getting mad at you and shouting at you, then it's being able to keep calm and not shout back, not give that energy back to them, even if you think that they deserve it. It's being able to keep calm through the stress of life, because you trust yourself and you trust the universe to provide for you. You trust yourself to be able to get through whatever situation you are facing at the minute. And yeah, it's being able to keep calm through the stresses of life. And also learning how to control your urges, learning how to control your physical pleasures. Like, if you are somebody who constantly complains about having no money, but then goes out every single weekend and probably spends like nearly close to £100 on going out and drinking and escaping from life's responsibilities, then that's not working on, like, if you're wanting to save money, you know, that's not working on it. You know, don't constantly complain that you have no money and then not actually reflect that in your actions, that you want to save money or you want to do anything about it, because then that keeps you in that same loop. So yeah, self-love really ultimately boils down to self-reflection and self-growth and self-development, and recognising, like I said, where you need to change your own life. and stop playing the victim. Stop playing the victim saying, I have no money because my job don't pay me enough, or like that you're working all this time when you're going out and spending it on things that are gone in a second. So these are some key things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just had like the desire to make this video, and then I was like, I'm not gonna make it because like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I should, but then I just kept getting the urge to make this video. So hopefully it's made at least one person out there realise that they need to reflect on themselves and their own actions. And yeah, thanks for watching.